Howdy folks, how's it going? So, it's been a while since I did a little update. I figured I should probably just say something, maybe? I don't know, it's not like my videos have been that sporadic. Okay, they have been. I know nobody really gives a shit, 500 subscribers, pretty neat. I'd expect by now some kind of consistency on my channel, where realistically I have been aiming for the Monday-Thursday schedule, just because Monday being the easiest day for work, so when I get home I can easily just, share the videos and whatever, and then Thursday, because I don't usually work Thursdays, I can do the same kind of deal. So it's been a funny couple of months, from having the flu, working 14 days straight right after having the flu. I'm not even joking about the 14 days straight, like I literally worked every single day. And it's gotten to the point where even currently, I thought I had the flu again this weekend, but no, just got tonsillitis because my health is in the fucking shitter. But I am on a diet, which is nice, and I feel fantastic. So I don't know if it's because of my diet. I'm also really warm because the goddamn fucking heater just came on. Fucking dead ass winter. So I apologize for that. But yeah, so I wanted to do a little update because I realized, given the last few videos have been like big videos, and I say that in the capacity of not including the one about talking about books, because I'm like, sure, I can show these off. It's more of the Universal Monsters collection, the Creature from Black Lagoon collection, which was delayed in release because I kept buying more figures, so that's great, even though I didn't even show the extra figures in the original Universal Monsters video, so it's going to trip some people up. But hey, look, exclusivity, that's what we're here for. I don't know. So I wanted to say that because it's becoming harder for me to film videos. I don't have very much time to do so most of the time. Like, I don't know, just my work schedule just makes it tricky, and I have no real incentive as much to make videos. I mean, hell, most of my videos, if I can get away with it, are just Blu-ray hauls, or look, I bought stuff, let me show it off. So firstly, I'm going to change that formula. I mentioned at the end of my July Part 2 video, which I've just wrapped up filming, despite the fact that it's the 13th of July right now. So I can usually film it by the first half of the month, or release it for the second half of the month, and that's it. Yay, so then the second half of the month will be August Part 1. See, that's how the system goes. But I'm changing it now. At least I want to. I'm going to trial run it, see how it goes in terms of production-wise. Basically, the idea is that a lot of the time when I'm filming a lot of those videos, I know it's a lot of just show and tell, but there's not a lot of tell. It's like, oh, look, I bought this product, and then I move on. So I kind of figured, how about I actually delve into the products, talk about why I bought them, what interested me in them, and that kind of deal. Because it's not just, oh, I got money, I want to buy shit. Like, yes, that's obviously true. But I figure maybe I actually want to change how I make those videos. So instead of them being like 45-minute epics of me showing off all this plastic encasing one disc for a John Woo film called Hard Target. No. What I want to do is, usually if I get the time to in a week, and this gives me something to edit as well quickly, I can just, it's a Wednesday night, finished work, maybe people are at work, or it's quiet around, because right now my brother and my dad are on umpire training, so hey, cool. While they're doing that, I can do some filming, and it's quiet outside of Indigo snoring underneath the goddamn laundry like a bloody dog. She's a dog, it's fine. But I want to just kind of find that time in the week, when I can, because I can't find much time in the week to film to begin with, to just be like, oh, hey, let's take 15 minutes to just, 10 to 15 minutes or whatever, to just look at some stuff that came in the mail, or that I've picked up at maybe a JB, or in a local store, or a figurine, or something movie related to some degree, either a book or a figurine or a movie. Like, I mean, the last three things I've collected were literally a Creature from Black Lagoon figure, the 50th anniversary of West Side Story, and a Columbia Noir box set. Like, and even in the video where I got these and showed them off, I didn't do in a great amount of detail. So it's like, and obviously I've mentioned in that video, which I don't know which one of these videos is going to come up first, so I might be a bit trippy about that. but I guess reiteration is key, that I want to trial that style out. Because sometimes I'll forget that I've bought shit, or I've bought so much shit to be like, let's cover enough videos for the month or whatever. Usually it's just a bunch of Zavvi pre-orders, and I'm like, oh look, I got my pay in, I want to spend a little, and look, there's something on Amazon or JB or whatever. There's a lot of sales and stuff happening. So I want to be able to still put in the time and the effort to, actually talk about what I bought and why I bought it. Maybe it could just be a emphasis on show, minimal tell, or it may be there's not really much to show, but I've got a lot to tell. So, yeah, that's just a little update for that. And just life update outside of constantly being sick and tired. Oh, I did finish 6 Feet Under. I watched that in like 3 weeks, which is cool. So, good show. I'd watched the first season a few years ago. Have the first 3 seasons, I think, on DVD, and it was all on binge, because my brothers got binge, so I'm like, sure, I'll just binge the show. Just finished it today. Wonderful show. Definitely recommend. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I can't think of anything else to do content-wise right now. I don't know if I'm just in that kind of a sparse area, or it's just like, my weekends are filming football or some kind of sport. My weekdays are 3 to 4 days a week. Maybe, like, next week is 5 days. I've got a solid 5 straight days of working in the warehouse. So it's like, usually it's a 3-day thing. They will always ask me if I can do Thursday or Friday. Luckily, I'm like, nah, that's my weekend. That's my Thursday or Friday. I see my partner, or I hang out with friends, or I just sit down and relax. So, I know, such a millennial thing to be like, oh, you only work 3 days. I work 5 days. In this case, 6 days this week, because I've got a shift on Friday night for filming footy, and I've got footy game on Saturday and Sunday. So that's like 3 hours each. And then I've got Monday to Friday, like probably 9 till 2 minimum. So, wonderful. But, yeah. Anyway, that's kind of all I've got in terms of updates. Just shit's happening, but also nothing's really happening. I don't know. I have a bunch of like videos I never got around to editing. They're like backup if I've run out of footage. And trust me, I ran out of footage ages ago. But I don't know, can't be bothered editing them. It's one of those things of like having this idea of like, am I doing anything creative or whatever? But it's like, I'm also not profiting off of YouTube. I don't mean that I need profit or whatever to get by. It's like, it's not really about that. It's not like it's a kind of reward, but it's like, I don't know. I figure if it's more of a I'm trying to make YouTube as casual an approach as possible. Like, every once in a while I'll make a video about this. Maybe I'll do a kind of video essay kind of discussion thing. Hell, I did that one on the Legacy sequels that nobody watched. Like stuff like that. Nobody will fucking watch the stuff that I'm like, hey, I've got an interesting topic I actually want to discuss. But then because of how lazy I am, all I'm going to do is stand here and talk and nothing else. It's not going to be a visual presentation. It's not going to be a video essay. It's not going to be anything I put 5 years of my degree into. So, anyway. But that's all for now. Hopefully I'll be able to adjust things. I do have an interview planned with Lee Gambin, which I've mentioned a few times in previous videos. I'm just building up footage and trying to find the time to film. It's really bloody difficult. Like, we're both working a lot, so it's like just difficult. But I know it'll be really fun because he's such a fun guy to hang out with. So, yeah, that'll come out probably in a month or so. Patience. I mean, nobody really probably cares that much, but I'm excited for it. But yeah, so that's all for now. I don't know. If I do end up stopping YouTube, I'll let you guys know. I also question, should I change the name of my channel? I've thought about it recently, like, because I was introducing my colleague to it, despite the fact that I don't really care for my colleagues to watch my content. But it's like, Telecreations is not a great name for a channel. Like, I don't really like calling my channel after my actual name, especially I don't want to like insert my surname into it, but it's like I could call it like Julian's Film Shelf or some shit, or like the Film Shelf or the Theater Room or some bullshit like that, like a name brand kind of deal, something that isn't someone else's. Like Telecreations is completely unique to my own, but like I don't know, I'm thinking about it. I'd need to do a whole graphic design shit and everything, which luckily my girlfriend's really talented at that, so she should be able to help me out with some kind of the new banner and identity for the channel. But I don't know if it's going to make me revamp how I make content or what I do for the videos for my channel, because a lot of it still relates to me trying to find the time to make a video, and that's saying a lot, because I don't have a lot of time to make videos. I love editing. I love filming and editing. I love talking about my stuff. I love the reception I get, people watching the videos, people liking the videos. It's always fun. Like, I always really appreciate that, but I also just love the whole entire process of it. I love making the thumbnails. I love editing it. It gives me something else to do outside of just sitting down and watching TV when I get home, you know? So, it's always been something I've enjoyed. I've been enjoying it for the 6 years I've been doing it. And I want to keep doing it, but I don't think I should be doing it underneath the name of Telecreations, and I'm obviously not going to just make a new channel. Fuck that. Not when I've got an established fucking, thing. So, if I do come up with a whole new channel name and everything, I won't just randomly out of the blue change it. If I do, it'll be on the same day as the video comes out. Or maybe a video will come out saying, tomorrow this will be a new channel. And then the next day it'll be called whatever the fuck it'll be called. And at least everyone will get some kind of a heads up saying, hey, I'm going for a new name, something more specific. Maybe it'll increase the amount of people who actually look at my channel and be like, oh, I know what this is just by looking at the name of it, you know? Like, I follow a few channels on YouTube, for example. So, in terms of other film channels that I follow, so there's Be Kind Rewind. That is a great fucking channel name. It has nothing to do with VHS, but I love it. Boutique Blu-rays with Elliot Cohen. That's great. He's got a simple image with just the BB, and it's the color blue for Blu-rays. Like, that's simple enough. There's like review channels like Chris Duckman and stuff like that, but that's too specific, I think. I do have my other channel, Collector Creations, which I don't work on anymore, and that not a great title either. Collector Creations makes a lot more sense in a way. Like, I like to collect, but I also like to create, so that kind of works better than Telecreations. That's probably a better idea. If I could merge the channels, I would. I don't want to. But that's probably not a bad idea. I could probably go with Collector Creations. It still sounds weird. I mean, you know, I'll look into it. I'll see what else I can find. It's just because the name Telecreations just doesn't pop out to me as something that's a great name for a channel. But I still like the logo and everything. If I just changed the name to Collector Creations, maybe deleted the Collector Creations channel, or maybe called that Collector Creations 2 as like a sister channel that I don't work on anymore, but just in case people want to watch those videos because they want to see reviews of those products, and there you go. Or I move those things onto this channel, weirdly. That'll be bloody bizarre. I don't know if I still have any of those videos on like a hard drive or whatever. I mean, I could just put it onto this one channel, put an update onto that channel saying, hey, I've moved everything onto this channel, so if you want to subscribe to that, that's where I'll be doing these kind of figurine reviews, if I get around to it. So, that's an idea. Okay, see, I'm brainstorming. Things are happening. This hasn't happened in a long time. Alright, thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for when I change the channel name to probably Collector Creations, and then awkwardly have all of my older videos being like, welcome to Telecreations. I'll have it in the description, probably saying, like, previously known as Telecreations, because I once created a character called Teller that was in a fucking podcast and a short film that nobody fucking watched, and that's where I got the name from. How fucking dumb of an idea is that? See, don't be a teenager and create YouTube. Dumb idea. Anyway, time to go. I need to keep healing and start editing. And I'll see you kids in the next video. Adios. Shit. This is gonna be fun.